Welcome to this space, a space just for you to reconnect and look inward.
In the previous video, I showed you a few poses and exercises that are going to help you building the flexibility for Pincha Mayurasana. Now, in this video, we're going to work on the strength that you need for the pose. So that strength, it's mostly going to come from your upper body, from your shoulders and your core. So we're going to learn a few poses and exercises that are going to help you building that strength. We're going to start with boat pose. So I'm just going to turn around so you can see me better. You're going to bend your knees, place your feet flat on the floor, stretch your arms forward and lean your torso slightly back. Activate your core here and lift your feet up. Trying to keep your chest open. Now, you can stay here with your knees bent, or you can try to stretch your legs up. And you're going to hold here. Let's try to hold for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to lower this boat. So we're going to first lower the lumbar spine. So try to round your spine as you lower first your lower back and then your legs a little bit. So this is going to be like a hollow body shape. And hold here. Let's try to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So both of those poses are going to help you building the strength that you're going to need for Pincha to give you stability. So your core is really going to help you to give you that stability and balance in the pose, and also to prevent you from arching your spine too much. So it's very important to work on the strength of the core. So Navasana, boat pose, is a great pose to build that strength in your core. And both variations we just saw here, both regular Navasana as well as a lower Navasana, which is kind of like a hollow body shape. Now, we're gonna practice plank pose, which is a great pose for both your shoulders and your core. You're gonna step your feet back from tabletop, making sure that your shoulders are over your wrists. Tuck your tailbone. You want your hips to be as high as your shoulders. Try to press through your palms, activating your shoulders, spreading your shoulder blades wide, and hold here. So in plank, your core is preventing your hips from collapsing, and your shoulders are keeping your chest up, preventing your chest from collapsing. Remember that in Pincha, your whole body is going to be over your shoulders. So you really need to build that strength in your shoulders to be able to hold the weight of your body. And try to hold plank, I would say, for maybe 10 breaths. If you can hold it for longer, that's great. Now we're going to practice forearm plank, in which you're also going to be activating both your shoulders and your core. And in this one, you're going to get more of that feeling of being on your forearms. So let's try it out. From tabletop, you're going to place your elbows underneath your shoulders. Step your feet back. You want your elbows, again, to be right underneath your shoulders. Don't let your shoulders collapse forward. And try to keep your hips as high as your shoulders. Press through your elbows, keep your shoulders active, tuck your tailbone, and also try to keep your legs straight and active here. In both this one and high plank, your legs are also active. And you can also hold forearm plank for 10 breaths. And this next exercise I really love because it's kind of involving both forearm plank as well as dolphin pose. You're gonna see what I mean. So again, you're gonna start in forearm plank. So elbows underneath your shoulders, step your feet back, and very important, you want to keep your feet exactly where they are. You don't need to move your feet here. So the only thing you're going to do is, as you inhale, you're going to lift your hips up and gaze towards your toes, trying to send your chest slightly back. And then exhale, lower your hips again as high as your shoulders. Let's try it a few times. Inhale, hips up, and exhale, down. Inhale up, exhale, down. Inhale up, exhale, down. One more. Inhale up, and exhale, down. You can really do 10 repetitions, and if you can do like 3 rounds, that would be great. So in that exercise, you're strengthening your shoulders, but also improving the range of motion of your shoulders and mixing a little bit of strength and flexibility, because when you're lifting your hips up and slightly sending your chest back, you're also trying to like open your shoulders and your chest. So these are all great poses that will help you build the strength both in your core and your shoulders that you will need for Pincha Mayurasana. In the next video, we're going to learn step by step how to get into the pose.